CeeDee Lamb, Fred Warner buzzing back there, Greenlaw right next to it. We talked to Warner about it, and he said, Greenlaw, it stinks. Sometimes he gets overshadowed because of me. They're both getting...
He's just dropping back immediately. He's reading those offensive linemen, and he knows when they're in that pass set, he's out of there.
There goes again. Going inside, deflected, and Warner comes up with a deflected interception. Diamador Lenore had the coverage. Warner's got the pick at the 26-yard line. The third turnover of the Cowboys, and back-to-back drives with a pick.
I can't believe that play by Warner. I really can't. That's what happens when you keep hustling. I decided I was doing the same thing.
Yeah, we hear it from a lot of players, that Mamba mentality, tapping into what was Kobe Bryant's special quality of pushing himself to the end zone. Jordan Mason, touchdown, San Francisco. Whoa. Surgery in 2020. We talked to him about that this week. He just said, you know, after the rehab and all that stuff, he's thinking, wow, I got hurt again after that. You gotta be kidding. And he's had a couple of healthy and a couple of very good years. And you just wish him the absolute best as he goes back to get checked out. Jake Moody adds the extra point. And Dallas had given up 41 points in 4 games, and they've given up 42.
And Kyle Shanahan are so good running the football, and you can go play action off of that and set up those one-on-ones down the field, something Dallas couldn't establish tonight.
42-10. Dowdle is back for the kick return. Turpin was hurt earlier. If you weren't with us, and it's a touchback of the Cowboys offense. We get back on the field. We had a whole fourth quarter heading back to the Metroplex. Inside run with Tony Pollard, 7 to the 32.
Yeah, and I think that this was the first real test for the West Coast offense, the Texas Coast offense. And Dak's come a long way with it. I mean, we saw them on opening night, and we've seen them a month later now. And obviously this defense a little too much for this offense.
Screen Pollard, pushing forward, got a big block from beyond it, and takes off to the 42-yard line. Gain of 26 on the play.
It's an excellent defense, but tonight was not their night.
Now quick on the slant. Oren Burks comes up with the interception. The third interception of the night thrown by Prescott, and the former Green Bay Packer comes up with the pick. The Jets back in 2018. The last 6 games for Carolina last year. He beat out Trey Lance for the backup job, is the reason that Lance was traded to Dallas. The number 2 in there to close the business for the night as Jordan Mason continues his good performance this evening.
Wasn't people that are just built and their brain works faster. It's not that you're smarter, but a guy like Brock Purdy, you can just see the speed of the process.
Mason runs for the first down. He'll take it to the 40-yard line, and we go down to Melissa Starr. They will take the greatest care with Van Der Esch. A good player and a good guy as well. Terrific tackle in the open field by Jaron Kearse. He's had a couple of big hits tonight. Brings back Mason for a loss. Pretty honest with you. I said, hey, Brock Purdy's probably going to have some adversity at some point this week, next year. Who knows? Dak's been through it. He said the advice is, don't make you feel any different than the guy with a chip on his shoulder, the way you started playing. That's what he tries to do right now. Tyrion Davis Price that closed this game out. Did not expect Darnold and Rush to be the quarterbacks finishing this one. False start on the right tackle, McKivitz.
False start in the 68 offense. 5-yard penalty.
Dak Prescott said, ask away. And Lance told me Dak has helped him so much already.
Catch there for Ray McLeod. Chris, it's interesting when you think about Brock Purdy and Trey Lance and their history and their background. Purdy played a ton of college football. Lance didn't play much. Trey Lance.
He had the ability, and I watched all of his games where he would take off and run and just run away from everybody and go the distance. But he never really had enough time to get tested in the kind of defenses that he's going to have to face in the National Football League.
Deuce Vaughn going to let that go. Wisnowski, one of the best in the league at doing just that. Gets the gunner, Ronnie Bell, to stop a second ball inside Silicon Valley. Back up to the one for Cooper Rush as he comes in. Dak Prescott's night is done. And that fight, ball's just got to get out past the goal line. And Rico Dowdle did that, so no safety. There'll just be no gain in second down. In his 6th year, Chippewa, Central Michigan. End zone and get it to Michael Gallup. Right about the 8-yard line, 3 shy of the first down.
Start thinking ahead. San Francisco at Philly is going to be a heck of a show, isn't it? Who knows where we're going to end up by the time we get there, but there are some studs on this football team. And
the 49ers in Seattle do not count out what the Seahawks bring to the table in this division. 33 and the run for the first down. The 15-yard line goes to Rico. Tougher after that. Tampa and Seattle at Philly. And the Seahawks again, they'll play Seattle twice in 3 weeks towards the end of the season. Deuce Vaughn brought down by Oren Burks, just a yard. Charlotte over to the right. He's in there somewhere as Dowdle gets up.